Ever pondered why peace is such an essential element in our lives? Peace, in its many forms, is a universal need that profoundly impacts our well-being. It soothes the mind, nurtures the spirit, and cultivates a sense of harmony in our relationships. It's a state of tranquility that allows us to navigate life's tumultuous currents with grace and resilience. In our quest for peace, we often turn to various sources. Some find it in the quiet of nature, others in the company of loved ones, and many seek it in the profound wisdom of spiritual texts. One such text that has comforted souls for centuries is Salmo 23, a beautiful psalm from the sacred scriptures. Embedded within its verses, we find a refuge of peace, a sanctuary that provides solace in times of turmoil. Today we delve into the comforting verses of Salmo 23, a refuge of peace in the sacred scriptures. The first verse of Salmo 23 reads, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." The imagery here is powerful and comforting. The Lord as a shepherd suggests a figure that is both a guide and a protector. Like a shepherd who leads his flock to green pastures and still waters, God guides us through life's uncertain terrain, always steering us toward goodness and abundance. The assurance of having all our needs met is prevalent in this verse. "I shall not want" is a profound statement of faith, a declaration that with God as our shepherd we lack nothing. This means that we can live without fear of scarcity or want, knowing that our shepherd will provide for us. This imagery and assurance combine to create a deep-seated sense of security and contentment. It's a reminder that in the midst of life's storms, we have a constant refuge and provider. This verse offers a profound sense of security and contentment, the foundation of peace. Our journey continues with verse 2. "He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, he leadeth me beside the still waters." The imagery here is serene and tranquil, evoking a sense of calm and rest. Picture yourself lying down in lush, verdant pastures, the still waters quietly murmuring nearby. This is not a place of chaos or unrest, but one of peace and tranquility. It's a sanctuary, a refuge. The verse goes deeper though. It's not just about physical rest, but also spiritual nourishment. The green pastures symbolize a place of abundance where needs are met and souls are satisfied. The still waters represent peace and tranquility, the kind that only comes from a deep spiritual source. This is not just a temporary respite, but a lasting peace that comes from knowing you are cared for, loved, and guided. It's a promise of provision, of rest, and of peace. This verse speaks to the peace that comes from spiritual nourishment and rest. Verse 3 reads, "He restoreth my soul, he guideth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake." This verse is a profound testament to the theme of restoration and guidance. It paints an image of a benevolent divine force that not only rejuvenates our spirit but also leads us along the right path. The importance of walking in paths of righteousness cannot be overstated. This phrase symbolizes the moral and ethical journey we tread in our lives. It's not just about physical navigation but rather the spiritual and moral compass that guides our decisions and actions. In the grand tapestry of life, we sometimes lose our way, our souls weary from the trials and tribulations we face. However, this verse reminds us that we are never alone. We have a guide, a restorer of our soul, who steers us back onto the road of righteousness for his name's sake. This verse reassures us of divine guidance and restoration, components of inner peace. We conclude with verses 4 to 6, which read, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." These verses are a testimony to the assurance of God's protection even in the most trying of times. They speak of a journey, a walk through the darkest valley, the valley of the shadow of death. Yet there is no fear. Why? Because God is there, guiding and comforting with his rod and staff. And in the midst of adversity, in the presence of foes, God provides. He prepares a feast, a table laden with sustenance and hope. The anointment of the head with oil is a symbol of honor, of being chosen and blessed. The cup that overflows is a testament to God's abundant provision, more than we can contain. Then comes the promise of goodness and mercy. They are not just fleeting visitors but loyal companions following us all the days of our lives. This is an assurance of God's unchanging love and mercy, a constant presence in our lives. And finally, the verse culminates with the ultimate promise, dwelling in the house of the Lord forever. This is not a temporary stay but an eternal dwelling. It speaks of a home, a place of belonging, of rest and of peace. Forever in the presence of God, forever in His love, forever in His peace. These verses are not just words, they are a testament to the enduring power of faith, the comfort of God's presence, and the peace that comes from trusting in Him. They assure us of a refuge, a sanctuary, a haven in the midst of life's storms. These verses assure us of unending peace in this life and in the life to come. So, what makes Salmo 23 a refuge of peace in sacred scriptures? As we journey through the verses of Salmo 23, we uncover a beautiful tapestry woven with themes of divine provision, rest, guidance, and eternal peace. These themes are not just words, they are promises, assurances that bring comfort and tranquility to our hearts. At the very core of Salmo 23, we find the promise of God's provision. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. These words remind us that our needs are seen, our wants are known, and in the divine hands of our shepherd we lack nothing. This assuring promise of God's provision is a powerful force of peace, calming our worries, easing our anxieties, and instilling a sense of security in our lives. Next we encounter the theme of rest. He makes me lie down in green pastures, He leads me beside quiet waters. These verses paint a picture of tranquil serenity, a place where our souls can find rest. This divine rest is not just physical, but also spiritual, a calming balm that soothes our weary souls and offers a refuge from the storms of life. Then, we are led through the theme of guidance. He guides me along the right paths for His name's sake. This verse assures us that we are not alone on our journey. We have a guide, a shepherd who leads us along the right paths, guiding us with love and wisdom. This guidance is a beacon of peace, illuminating our way and dispelling the shadows of uncertainty. Finally, we arrive at the theme of eternal peace. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. These words affirm the promise of eternal peace, a peace that transcends our earthly existence, a peace that is everlasting. Salmo 23 offers a blueprint for finding and maintaining peace in our lives, a testament to its timeless power and relevance.